Hello, in this video we're going to look at how to set up a new client within TaxCalc. So we're going to start by going to the practice manager. I've jumped ahead of myself there, going to search for the company that we're looking to add, just to double check that it's not there. So Landguard Convent is not currently in the system. So we're going to go create client or contact. It's a limited company that we're adding. And here, if you do this in the wrong order, it doesn't quite work as well. If you click straight on company's house and do the search, I can't remember what happens, but it's better if you put in the client code first. So if you're not sure what the client code is, double check it against Centre, because Centre is our holy grail of client codes. If it's wrong there, it's wrong everywhere else. So this one is LAN001. It is Landguard Convent Limited, and it's limited by shares. If you now click on company's house, search company's house, it will do the search on the company for you. That one is us. That's the one we're looking for. Definitely, it's our address. So we're going to click use. Why is it not working? Okay, it's taking its time. There we go. It will confirm the client code that you want to use, and it's picking up all the right information. Okay, there is something going really wrong with this computer. Create, and then what it will do is open up the sync wizard. So this will pull through all of the information that you need. You don't need to sit here and manually enter it, because at that point we risk it being entered incorrectly. So pull it through from company's house. So if you just go through continue, it's really easy. It takes 2 minutes. Just sync, create, and sync, and then you can move on to the directors. It's already picked up that this Steve Davies is an existing client. We already do 2 of his other companies, so it's already relating him to the company here. But if it couldn't find somebody, it would ask you to set one up. So we're going to create that relationship and confirm all that information. Don't worry too much about the date of birth. We will have that on the system anyway because of our anti-money laundering checks. So don't worry too much about it being in here. Service address, sync that. And here, UK serviced accommodation. Now these guys are going to be old. So you can see appointed on the 12th of January 16, resigned on the 23rd of May 16. We don't need to pull that information in. It's not relevant for any of the periods we're looking at. So we're just going to skip straight past it and continue. We don't need to pull any of that in. The PSCs, again, it's picking up that Steve Davies is the PSC. Ignore the date of birth again. Service address is the same, so just continue through. This one always has to sync that one for some reason. I think that defaults to no, and that's usually yes. Right, now here, this is saying that there is still some information missing, and you can see here that not everything is ticks. It doesn't always end up that everything is ticks. If you go to here, okay, that's just because of the ignore, and that one's flagging up because you haven't entered it. So we're happy that everything is in there, and go to there. So we're happy, and then we can go finish and open. And then eventually, slow, there we go. So it's open that there. At this point, we don't need to do too much else. It's just go ahead and set up your accounts production, because that will Landguard, that will now show that, and you can just set up the new period. So that should then get them all set up in the system, and you won't then have to worry about the differences. And I'll show you where, if I can just remember what dates these need to be. Come on. That is for Landguard Convent. Company's house. And accounts made up to the 31st of January. So we want last year's set of accounts. So that's going to be 31/1/2019 through to, nope, 1/02/2019, 31/01/2020. Create. So when we go into this one, what that will mean is all this information is definitely correct. So you won't have accidentally put LTD in there when it's for the full limited word up on Companies House. You won't get an accidental transcription error in the company registration number because that will fail the submission to Companies House. And the other bit that's usually missed out is the registered office doesn't show up. You've got to manually put that in. And the same with officers. Sometimes the list isn't there and it just says empty officers. So when you come to setting up some of the posting or some of the notes in the accounts, there are no directors to choose from. So usually if you've put that information in later, you can just refresh list and that will just pull everything through. But it's just easier to get it set up properly in the beginning and then all that information will pull through. I think that's it. Bye-bye.